Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and I'm going to share this card and a project with you today. I'm not going to make the card on film because I filmed making it, and then when I looked, the lighting was so bright and white you couldn't see anything. So what I'll do is I'll leave all of the measurements and everything over on my blog at Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Basically I've created a file folder style card and decorated it with the beautiful Be Mine thinlets that I cut out. I cut lots out yesterday to showcase them. So what I've done is I've cut my card to 5 7/8, the full width of an A4 sheet, and then scored it at 4 1/8. I've layered the white, that is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4, and then I've decorated it with all of the die cuts that I use. I've done a little bit of stamping here. I've stamped out the words love you and forever. Forever I have fussy cut, and that is from the Forever Lovelet. And what I did was I masked it all. Well, I did it with a pen, and I just coloured the word forever and stamped it out. Fussy cut it and backed it on some corrugated crumb cake, which I put through the corrugated embossing folder. And then just on the tab here, I stamped out the words Happy Valentine's Day there. And then I basically cut happy and day off, and that's how I've made my card. And just used all the elements and stuck on some of the little hearts. Really simple, can't re-show you, I'm not doing it again. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little project to go with it, okay? I really like making little notebooks, so I'm going to make a little notebook holder that goes with it. So I've got a piece of cardstock here, and it measures... I believe it's it's the width of an A4, and it's by 4 1/8. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I need to score it first. First of all, I need to just quickly score it. Let me just move my card out of the way. So I just need to quickly score this at 4 inches and then 4 1/4. So 4 inches. And 4 1/4. And then using my envelope punch bag, which is how I made the tabs on my card, I am putting it up to the 2 inch mark and punching, okay? And then I'm going to flip the card over, and I'm going to do the same at the other side, punching at 2 inches. So we've got little holes at each side. Now what I'm going to do is just fold and burnish those little score lines. Okay, so I want a flap at the front and a flap at the back. So this is the front of my card, so I'm leaving the top one and I'm cutting away the bottom one. You can use your trimmer if you want to be really precise. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the back, and I want to keep the bottom one and get rid of the top one, but I'm just going to turn it around to make it easier to cut. It's easier to cut down than cut up. Okay, so you're left with that. So you've got a tab at the top left and a tab at the bottom right, and it'll just close like that. Okay, super simple. Right, so I'm going to layer the front with a piece of Whisper White, and I've cut this to 3 1/4 by 3 5/8. Okay, and I'm just going to layer it on. I've just put directional arrows so that I remember which is the tallest, because going up that way is 3 5/8, it's bigger than the other way, so that I don't put my card on the wrong way around. So that is that bit. So now I'm going to decorate it very much like I did with my card. Okay, so I'm just going to layer some bits and bobs on what I have left. So let me bring them over, let me see what we've got. So I have got some circles, which I did use on my card as well, but bigger versions. And I've just used stitched edge shapes and then layering circles. Okay, so let's have a look what we can stamp on here. I'm using I think I'm going to have these, I've not used this one yet, the little flourish of hearts. I'll stamp that. So I'm sorry I can't show you my card, but I just I was so annoyed when I looked and the lighting was just garbage that I just haven't got the heart to do it again, and it still looks really quite bright. Now I don't know. It must be really bright outside. Right, so maybe if I zoom in it will take some of the brightness away. So I'm just going to, I've not used this stamp before, so let's stamp it and have a look. Ooh, I like that, that's cute. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp just part of that circle, not all of it. Just like so. Oh, I like that. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp on the Love You, and I'm using basic black, the same as I used. Use any black ink that you can. My Memento ink pad needs replacing because I tried to refill it with the wrong ink, so I'm going to just stamp that there. So I've ruined my pad, so I need to go and get a new one. Right, so that looks cute, I like that. So let's have a look what we've got here and what I'm going to use. I quite like that. Let's have a look. Let's layer this up and then we'll see how much room I need. You know, and you can use this. This is going to be a notebook cover. You can use this idea for a card. Okay. So I want that. That die cut's too large now. So let's have a look. We'll have some of these smaller ones instead. So I like that. I quite like that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put tiny dobs of glue on here. I cut these out to demonstrate how beautiful it was yesterday, and I didn't do it with the adhesive sheet, but if you just do it very, very carefully with some liquid glue, it'll be fine. And I'm going to put it just, I'm not centering it, I don't want anything perfect, and then I'm just going to sit that circle on the top there, and of course my snails run out. It's just not my day. Of course it's run out in the middle of a video, why wouldn't it? Oh my goodness, I'm having that there, am I? Or am I having it up there? No, I want that, I think. Yeah, I'm having that. Of course it's run out. These are my videos, nothing ever goes right. So I'm putting a dimensional in the far corner there, and then I'm going to put glue in that corner there, because with the depth of that, it should then hold nicely. Okay, okay. There we go. So we've laid that up, really, really cute. Do I want that there? No, do I want it in there? Am I just using it for the sake of it? Yes. No, I don't want it. We'll have some of these little hearts, so it's similar to my other card. So I'll just have a flurry of hearts, and then I'll show you how we're going to do the little notebook inside. And then, you know, it's a set. Just got those just floating up there. I'll have a little one. It's cute, isn't it? And these are the little hearts that cut out of, you know, that came from when I cut this shape out here. You're left with lots and lots of hearts. Let's have another one over here. Just have one on its own over here. And then I think that's enough. Okay, so let's just move these out of the way. And then I'm using these little notebooks again. Now I will tell you that if you live in the UK, I've got these from Wilkinson's, and you know, I've been using them for a few projects. So if you're wondering, that's where I've got them from. And I did the same process with my file folder. I'm just creating a little thing for it to slide under, but I'm going to just put my book in it first because I want it all the way up. Okay, and then I'm going to add my wet glue to the tabs, and this measured, I think, 4.5 inches, and then I've scored each end at 1/2 inch. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that inside there, and it just fits. Just let me line that up straight. That's the good thing with wet glue, is you can line it up straight. Make sure that my book's in straight, make sure those strips are straight. There we go, and then give it a press and that glue will dry. So I've got my little notebook there, and that goes with my lovely card, which I tried to film it and it just all went wrong. But there you go, you get the idea. Cut out loads and loads of dies and use them and layer them up and have awesome fun. I'll leave all of the measurements over on my blog and where I've punched on here over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.